Biosafety is the prevention of large-scale loss of biological integrity, focusing both on ecology and human health. These prevention mechanisms include conduction of regular reviews of the biosafety in laboratory settings, as well as strict guidelines to follow. High-security facilities are necessary when working with synthetic biology, as there are possibilities of bioterrorism acts or release of harmful chemicals and/or organisms into the environment. A complete understanding of experimental risks associated with synthetic biology is helping to enforce the knowledge and effectiveness of biosafety. Biosafety is related to several fields, in ecology, referring to imported life forms from beyond eco-region borders, in agriculture, reducing the risk of alien viral or transgenic genes, genetic engineering, or prions such as BSE/mad cow, reducing the risk of food bacterial contamination, in medicine, referring to organs or tissues from biological origin, or genetic therapy products, virus, levels of lab containment protocols measured as 1, 2, 3, 4 in rising order of danger, in chemistry, i.e. nitrates in water, PCB levels affecting fertility, in exobiology, i.e., NASA's policy for containing alien microbes that may exist on space samples. See planetary protection and interplanetary contamination, and in synthetic biology, referring to the risks associated with this type of lab practice. The International Cartagena Protocol on Biosafety deals primarily with the agricultural definition, but many advocacy groups seek to expand it to include post-genetic threats, new molecules, artificial life forms, and even robots which may compete directly in the natural food chain. Biosafety in agriculture, chemistry, medicine, exobiology, and beyond will likely require application of the precautionary principle, and a new definition focused on the biological nature of the threatened organism rather than the nature of the threat. When biological warfare or new, currently hypothetical, threats, i.e., robots, new artificial bacteria, are considered, biosafety precautions are generally not sufficient. Biosafety level refers to the stringency of biocontainment precautions deemed necessary by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, for laboratory work with infectious materials. Typically, institutions that experiment with or create potentially harmful biological material will have a committee or board of supervisors that is in charge of the institution's biosafety. They create and monitor the biosafety standards that must be met by labs in order to prevent the accidental release of potentially destructive biological material.